What's up, guys? We're going to be talking about this Jackson I picked up. Now, this is a X Series Soloist SL3X DX in Lambo Orange. So it's a pretty nice guitar, to say the least. These can retail for up to $899 on the high end. Do not pay that much for them. And I've normally seen them for around $550 somewhere in the $600 range as a decent price. But these came up for sale on a off-site. It's called Adorama or something. Really weird site. I never heard of them before. They mainly specialize in selling camera products, and they had this for $379. Like, I don't know if they had a surplus in a warehouse. I can tell by the inspection sticker that it is a few years old. It says 2022. Can't read the actual month. Looks like July. I believe that is the 7th. But to me, that would be considered new old stock. New stock would be, probably September. From now, it's May right now. I'd consider that still new stock, because I believe they run like new production in the fall of each year for the next upcoming model line. Not 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure they're like cars. But the only reason why I knew of that deal is because of searching for tone. And he picked it up from Average Joe. I believe his channel is called Average Joe's Gear Talk. Both really great channels. I suggest you go check both of them out and see if they got any more deals. Subscribe to them, leave some comments if you're liking their content. Highly recommend searching for Tone. I cannot recommend that guy enough. He is awesome. He's got these live streams and everything. He does a bunch of gear giveaways, a bunch of reviews. Just a really great channel. Cannot recommend that guy enough. So go check out him if you haven't already. But anyway, we're going to get back into this and what my experience was. We are not going to play this. I am going to throw a solo at the end of this video just to show you what I can do with it. Still kind of getting used to it, but we'll start with the negatives. When I first got this, not that it was a big deal, the volume knob was loose, like the knob was wiggling. That's how loose it was. I had to take off the knob, tighten it back up. Not a big deal. The switch was loose, like the screw was protruding out and it was wobbling around. Had to tighten that up. Not a big deal, Could have been because it sat so long in shipping, it might have bumped it or something, or sat in a warehouse, got bumped around. Who knows? It was not intonated. It was nowhere close to intonated. I spent about 30 minutes playing with the strings to get them stretched enough to get a decent tune to hold, so I can adjust these Allen screws down here and move the saddles. That was a kind of a pain. I did notice that these pickups, they say they're Duncan design. I don't know if I buy that because these look like $10 pickups to me. Like, they look really cheap, and I can kind of prove that. Right here, this is a Mitchell, and this guitar normally retails for like $130 on sale. I've seen these anywhere from that price to like $200. Don't buy them for that. Try to get these on sale. These are usually on Musician's Friend. I threw the little sticker inlays on there because you can't see the inlays on that. That's a pet peeve of mine. I really hate when you can't see them. But anyway, take a look at the pickup. Near identical. Again, this is a $130 guitar, and This can be up to $850, $900 at full retail. There is no reason why there should be, $10 pickups in there. I don't buy that those are Duncan designed. I could be wrong on that, but looking at them and comparing them to other ones, it's kind of like, no. They sound okay. Probably will swap these out someday when I get some more money. The bridge pickup sounds great. Sounds awesome. No complaints there. Another kind of a negative thing is with these brighter colors, it is really hard to hide the body lines. And what I mean by that is a lot of your guitars are bonded together. They're multiple pieces of wood. And you can see that this is like 5 pieces. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can see the lines. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but it's noticeable if you look at it, but it's kind of unavoidable on real light guitars. Again, we'll reference this Mitchell over here. I can see the body lines on this one too. 1, 2, this is at least 3 pieces. I don't know if the camera will pick that up. You might be able to kind of see them. But just something to note on the orange. I don't know about the other colors if they are similar, but if you're a perfectionist, you'll notice that. This does come with the Floyd Rose Special. I'm starting not to be a fan of those because they take forever to kind of set. And what I mean by that is the strings to stretch and, to kind of sit on their final resting spot before it actually will hold tune. You'll be fighting tuning this for a minute. I think it was about an hour of stretching, undoing the locking keys up top and tuning it and all that just to get them to finally set. And they still go out every once in a while. But that's every Floyd Rose Special. It's kind of unavoidable. The tuning keys, they feel all right. Very fast action neck. And I believe this is set. I don't believe that's a bonded. So, big thumbs up there. Feels really good. There's no sharp edges on the frets. I think this is probably one of the nicest fretboards I have on a guitar. I'm not saying that I have really high dollar guitars because I don't. Hardware seems all right. I noticed the trim does like to come loose when you're playing. So you'll use the trim a little bit and they'll start to loosen up on you, and it kind of catches you off guard because you're used to it sitting in a spot. You tighten it up pretty good, and then as you play it and use it, it starts to loosen up, and then it drops down further, and then finally it just does that. But just figure I'd mention that. The potentiometers feel fine, and the switch feels fine. Again, I don't have a whole lot of bad stuff to say about this. This is a real Jackson, And what I mean by that is when you start getting into these cheaper lines, like this one right here. This is a 7-string, but it is a prime example of what I'm talking about. Is they don't feel quality, They feel like a budget instrument, and you can kind of tell the neck material is some weird wood. I actually put 2 coatings of lemon oil on this, and it kind of brought it back to life, but it's still not there yet. This has like 1 coat. I didn't even take off the strings to coat this. I just barely put some on there to clean off, some of the dirt and residual dust. And it plays really good. It's fast neck. This one, on the other hand, it's got a little bit of a restriction. I don't know what I can do about that. I mean, you can only coat it so much before the frets start sprouting. And another Jackson in the similar low line is this JS22. This is a left-handed. Yes, I play left-handed. I'm not as good left-handed, but I had a little bit of problems with this guitar too. Like the bridge wasn't completely centered and it's off a little bit, but I made it work. But the feel is completely different. This feels like a cheaper guitar, but when I bought this, I believe it was $220. I think these are up to like $240. Don't quote me on that. That's just an educated guess. And they just, I don't know, they don't feel the same. But when you start getting up to some of the higher lines, like this is an older Dinky from 2010 or 11, something like that. This is like, I think my second Jackson. They start to feel a lot better as far as playability and everything. Now, I paid, I think, $300 for this, and that was, 15 years ago. Do I believe this is, what, $400 or $500 more worth? No. I can't justify the price difference. I really can't. It's just, you can get a similar feel in probably the 300 plus range. Granted, that's a bolt-on neck and this is set. Similar feel and similar sound for that price. I would only pick up one of these if you can get a real good deal on it. Now, this is not the American model. That could be a lot different. I believe this is Indonesian. Yes. That's China, I believe. That might be Indonesian. But by $500 range, I mean guitars like this. This is actually considered a Jackson, even though it's a Charvel. This had EMGs. I believe I paid $550 for this. It's got the locking tuners, neck set, active pickups, so it's not like you can't find a better guitar for that kind of price, But if that's exactly what you're looking for, if you're looking for that certain configuration, I guess you can go that route. But there is also the older models of guitars you can look at, and you can mod them for cheaper, and they could sound better than that. So I actually traded for this one, and I probably put, $300 into this thing. And with all the mods I got into it, I believe that this sounds better than that guitar. It doesn't play as good, but it's pretty similar. This was one of their low lines. This is at 89 or 90 Charvet. So you're looking to obscure Jacksons. This is one of them. They're pretty rare. I don't see a whole lot of them, and usually they command a little bit of a price, but that's just somebody that wants to make a quick buck. I personally don't believe that guitar is worth more than $300. So it is what it is. But at the end of the day, always watch reviews and watch some videos on stuff before you buy something and spend this kind of money. And make sure you're checking out for other YouTubers' sales, like Searching for Tone. Ha! Plugged it in again. But, Yeah, never pay full price for stuff because you can usually get it for a steep discount like I did. I paid $415 for this with the protection plan with taxes shipped to my door. Now that is significantly cheaper than if I were to go full retail on this. You know, I could have bought like 2.5 of these. It's just wild that you can pick up something for a fraction of the price and it still be the same guitar. Yeah, I hope this was informative to you, and good luck on your guitar search. There's many options out there. I would not recommend what I did, which is buy one offline without playing it when you're spending this kind of money. Try to go down to, you know, Guitar Center or something and play one out, or if you have a friend that's got one or something, make sure you like it before you spend that kind of money, because that's a lot of you know, investment to be floating around in the mail. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and check out this solo. We'll catch you in the next one. Real quick, just want to mention that I am going to give this Downer away at some point. You just have to be a subscriber and live in the United States, the lower 48. And it will be in like new condition. It will not be pristine. I know there's a few scratches on it. And I fixed this tone knob, so that won't be original. And I believe that there's a bump or a nick at the top of the neck. But it plays great and sounds good. For what it is, it would be a good starter. Preferably would like to give this away to somebody that doesn't have a guitar. That way somebody doesn't just sell it as soon as they get it. But yeah, that will be available at some point. Just kind of keep an eye out on a video that pops up. It'll be between May and December of 2025. If you're watching this video afterwards, the giveaway's already happened, and I'm sorry about your luck there. I would also like to mention Spark Tech Repair Music, which is a friend of mine. He got a hold of me a while ago, and he makes AI generated music, and he sent me a few of his tracks that he made, and they sound pretty good. So I don't know if he's accepting other creators or other people to make music for, but maybe if you leave a comment on his YouTube, which is Spark Tech Repair Music, maybe you can get a hold of him and he might make some tracks for you. I don't know if he's charging money for it or what his plans are. He just started the channel, so maybe if you're bored, go over there and check out some of his work and leave him some likes, some comments. That would be great and help his channel out. I wish him the best of luck, and I'll probably be using some more tracks from him. So if you guys enjoy that, please go check him out. As always, thank you guys for watching. Really do appreciate it. Thanks for all the subs, the likes, everything. Really helps me out. And we'll catch you in the next one.